Right, well, welcome once again. It's Ron Carty here. It's the PEC published Tuesday morning, Hotel Barracuda, and here I am yet again interviewing our speaker, Claes. Have I pronounced that correctly?
Claes, yes.
Constantine.
Yeah,
Claes,
thank
okay.
you.
Well, yeah, say hello to everybody.
Hello, nice to meet you, and thank you for having me here.
Hey, no, our pleasure. Okay, talking about Claes is a filmmaker, and he's talking about your latest work. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And but you actually started. I'm very interested. You had lots of questions from everybody. A lot of emotion in the room. Okay, which was a very, very good point.
That's a good indicator.
Well, of course it is, mate. No, very good. Okay, but you start off with your background, Danish Screen Actor Guild. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the English translation. It's called the Danske Filmskuespillerakademi.
Wow. Okay.
So that's why it's basically an academy for teaching actors, and it's a one-year program, and then after that I went to 2 other programs for 2 years.
Interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Very fascinating, eh?
Yeah.
And I've got to ask you, the title of the movie is The Box. Why did you choose that title? Why?
Because it's about, so the whole film is based on a personal experience from the writer, Rudi Künke, who is a good friend of mine. And he sent me the script, and basically the girl hears the psychiatrist earlier on in the movie saying the words, she fits into a box. And in a child's mind, this turns to, oh, I fit into a box.
Interesting, eh?
Yeah. So she has this idea that she wants to live in a box.
Interesting. The whole movie was around that. Very, very okay. But what I liked about it was that when you started off, you said that you were a little bit nervous. Now, why on earth were you nervous?
I used to be a musician for 25 years.
Okay.
And I've been on stage a lot with my guitar and my voice. But I have never had a screening of this is before, so I was like, oh, I don't know how they're going to react, and so it was actually quite nice to feel that again,
No, well, good. Look, first of all, our audience, are very appreciative of the people that turn up, but also the topic was very good and everything. But what I liked about it, you broke it down, and you started off with the music. The music was a big part of the movie. Why or what or where did the music come from?
So, being a musician, sound has always been as important as pictures when I've been watching movies.
It's true.
Yeah. And I was very blessed that an Italian composer who lives here in Thailand, his name is Bruno, and he has done a lot of movies. And I edited the first scene, the hospital scene, the intro scene, and I was at his house recording a song, and I showed it to him, and he was like, who do you got to make the music for this movie? Apparently he was interested. So he was very kind with me, striking a very kind deal, and I feel blessed to have such a capacity. And he's a master of emotions. And he followed everything I
agree.
So a true professional.
Made the whole thing merge together fine, and then of course we've got the girl.
Yeah, the girl.
We spoke about the girl. Okay, please tell everybody about the girl.
So our actress Chloe, she was cast a day and a half or 2 days before we shot.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Unreal.
Which is because the whole project was thrown at me due to some illness with the director. So we had a choice to make, are we gonna leave the project or are we gonna try to make it work? So I kind of ended up having to take over most of the productions with all my friends. Filmmaking is a teamwork, for sure. But in this process, we needed the girl for the lead role because the other one couldn't do the new dates and etc. I found this girl through a friend of mine, and I went to her house.
Yeah, you said.
And I had 15 minutes, and I took my iPhone up and said, please sit on the couch, look down, and we gave her a little a teddy bear, And
you mentioned it was her own bear.
Her own bear. We gave it. It's actually a rabbit, but anyway. And I said, cuddle the ears, look up at me with closed eyes, open your eyes, and then say the word death, døden in Danish. And she just did it to perfection. And I was just like, okay, it's
A
her.
done deal.
Done deal. And then she showed up, and I'm telling you, she was probably the one doing the least mistakes of everyone, or mistakes,
no,
you know.
I can imagine.
Yeah. It
No,
was,
very good. So you had the music, the girl, and then really the message also, you spoke about the power of words. There were a few questions in relation to the words used, and you said it's all about the power of words.
yes. So I would say the message from the writer itself, and which is now the whole team, the movie as a whole, is, you know, think about how you communicate with people, especially children.
It's true, 100%.
Because one strong word in the wrong context can...
And you can't take it back.
You can't take it back.
That's it.
So that's why we have the transition at the end of the movie, which I won't reveal here. Everybody has to see it. But we try to make that is the message.
Yes.
And
No, the power of words and the power of non-verbal communication.
Yes, that's the key, you know.
Yes.
So when I decided to take on this project, I always knew that what I like about movie making, the little bit I've done, the tiny bit, is the non-verbal communication between people. You know, it's the look. It's
true.
It's what they do.
People buy with their eyes first,
Yes.
and then that confirms what they hear.
Yeah, and it's some you know, you can make a line, you can change a line completely. You know, oh, you're a good friend, and then I look down like this. Then
that's it.
You know already that.
Agree.
You know, so the whole look while you're saying it, or what you you know, it's going to change the whole context.
Agree.
So
yeah, no, the whole thing was good. And then, are you doing any more?
yes. Oh, I hope so. You never know before you're doing it.
True. Okay, do you plan to do more?
Thank you.
That's better.
Yeah, okay. I am right now working on a road movie set here in the beautiful Thailand.
Yes.
Together with the composer, who I just mentioned earlier, Bruno Brugiano. And actually it's going to carry some of the same message and the same style as the short film. I'm going to say that the lead role will be a girl who has a different kind of mental challenge.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And it's going to be a road movie through Thailand on a motorbike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I can't speak your language, but I'm available as an extra should you need one, okay?
Okay.
Or a bag carrier, or whatever you need, okay?
All right. All right. Thank you.
No, really, very well. Look, as always, there is your certificate.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, I get a certificate.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Know.
And we'll get you back again because, as always, it was very interesting. On behalf of the Expat Club, thank you very much. Very good, okay?
Thank you. Koppel Krab, thank you.
Good, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Here we are again. Okay, so listen. So the message is clear. Come along every Tuesday. Hotel Barracuda. It's at Paddy Expat Club. Breakfast, camaraderie, excellent speakers, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Done. Piece of piss.